Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I went through all of my beauty drawers and pulled out everything I had that was drugstore, and I'm going to be doing a full face using drugstore makeup. I am severely self-tanned right now, so I did have to go out and buy a drugstore foundation that would match me. So there's a few things in here that will be kind of a first impression, but other than that, all drugstore going on my face, which is kind of weird for me because I like to spend my money on expensive. So I'm excited for this. So without further ado, let's get on into the video. Alrighty, so I have all of the products laid out in front of me. A lot more than I realized that I had, but we're gonna go with it. So as you guys know, I start with priming my face first, and then I do my eyes, and then I go back in with my face at the end. So first, I'm just gonna clip. I'm gonna clip my hair back so that it is out of my face. And so I look like an alien. I'm wearing like all white vibes today. Alrighty, so the two primers I have to choose from are both NYX. There's the Pore Filler and the Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. This one reminds me of the Smashbox one, so I'm gonna go in with this one all over my face. I don't think I've used this very many times, and it feels like straight silicone, so that's probably why. Awesome. It does seem to be pretty blurring though. Not pore filling, but it's giving my skin like a layer. So we'll see. Alrighty. Next, I'm going to go in with my color corrector, and I use the Essence color corrector. I always have a lot of redness on my face, so this works like a charm. And I just focus this anywhere I have breakouts or anything that's on my face that's red. And if you see me looking right here like this, my mirror is in front of me there. And I have two drugstore Real Technique sponges that I'm going to be using today, sticking with the theme. Alrighty, so next I'm going to go in with my tape for my eyes. And all of the palettes I have today are Makeup Revolution, which I'm a huge fan of their stuff. So good. I love their palettes. I have quite a few. So we have some selection to choose from. I'm going to prime my eyelids with the Revlon Youth FX Fill and Blur Concealer. I always use this to prime my eyelids, and it's amazing. And again, I'm going in with my Real Techniques sponge. Alrighty, now I'm going to go ahead and set that using my Ulta Pressed Setting Powder in the shade Banana. And technically, well, this stuff's really affordable, so yes, I consider it drugstore, even though it's Ulta Beauty brand. Alrighty, so for the eye look, I have a few palettes in front of me that are Makeup Revolution. I have the Reloaded Division palette, the Reloaded Neutrals 2 palette, the Rose Gold Chocolate palette, and the Soph X palette which is a collaboration palette. I'm probably going to end up dipping into all of them, knowing me. I don't have a look in mind, so it's going to be a little bit of play. But I'm thinking like an orangey pinky look maybe, with like a pop of color. We'll see. Just because that's what I'm thinking doesn't mean it's how it's going to turn out. Alrighty, so first I always start by picking a lighter toned shade and applying it all over my lid. So I'm going to take a shade from the Reloaded Division palette and pack that all over my eyeball. Alrighty, now that that's done, next I'm going to go in with a transition shade, and I think I'm going to start by taking the shade Cup of Coffee from the collaboration palette and apply that directly in my crease. It's a very neutral browny orange tone shade. Alrighty, now that that is done, next I'm going to go in with a more orangey tone shade from the Division palette. It's more of a pinky orange, and I'm going to also work that into my crease. Next, I'm going to go in with another fluffy blending brush and take a shade from the Reloaded Neutrals 2 palette. It's more of a really deep, more maroon toned red, and use that to deepen my crease. Alrighty, next I'm going to go back in with the original brush I used and blend right in my inner corners to make sure none of the more pigmented shades are coming too close into my inner corner. Alrighty, and next I'm going to go in back with the shade Cup of Coffee from the collaboration palette and just kind of drag that in a little more. Alrighty, now I'm going to go in with a lighter shade from the Rose Gold Chocolate palette and work that onto my lid. I'm digging it so far. Alright, now I feel like I want a little more something in my crease. So I'm going to go in with a really, on the brighter side, rosy red shade from the Reloaded Neutrals 2 palette and add this, oh yeah, into my crease. It's a very pinky shade. Alrighty, and then again I'm going to go in with the brush I used initially to just blend everything in. Alright, for the lid, I am actually going to go outside of the palettes that I was using. I'm going to go ahead and put those to the side. I'll revisit them again when I do my lower lash line. I'm actually going to be using a mix of the NYX Individual Shadows in Dust Rose and a little bit of the L'Oreal Infallible Metallic Paints in the shade 400 Rose Chrome to do my lid. I'm going to start by taking the NYX one on a flat top brush and work this shade into my outer corner of my lid. I love a glittery lid. Alrighty, and next I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal shadow on my inner lid. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and hop off camera and do lashes and brows, and then I will be back. Alrighty, I am back with brows and lashes applied. These are Ardell lashes in, I don't remember. I'll leave it in the description box. If I do, I already threw away the box. So next I'm going to go in with foundation, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation for normal to dry skin in the shade 301 Sun Beige. Like I said earlier, I'm very self-tanned right now, and I've never used this before, so this will be kind of a first impression. And there's no pump. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on my clear palette. Alrighty, now I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over my face. And hopefully this shade will work for me. Alrighty, my foundation is all applied, and it does look to be a really good match, so I'm happy about that. And next I'm going to go in with a mix of my Flower Beauty concealer and my Maybelline concealer under my eyes. I have the shades. Let's see if it says on here. Of course. 12 Fair in the Flower Beauty and 15 Fair in the Maybelline. Those are going to be really brightening considering how tan I am right now. But that's what bronzer's for. So I'm going to focus the Flower Beauty in my inner corner and outer half of my under eye. Alrighty, and I'm going to take my Maybelline to do the other half. And again, I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques Face and Body Sponge and blend it all out. Oh, it's way too light. Oh boy. I really don't know how I'm going to fix this other than setting my under eyes with bronzer. Okay, I have to go find something to put over this.
Oh dear God!
Okay. Alrighty, so I just scoured through my beauty drawers and found another Maybelline concealer that looks much darker. So hopefully I can put this one over that. I gotta stop with the self-tanner. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of foundation now and try and salvage this. You know what? We're just going to continue because I'm going to figure this out as we go. Clearly. Alright, I'm going to go in now with my Maybelline Fit Me Pressed Powder in 130 Buff Beige and take a thin taper brush and try and set my under eyes to make them look normal. There we go! Better already. See, you just gotta think outside the box. Normally, I bake my under eyes with my Coty Airspun powder, but that was not an option for today because of the little issue that I had. But that worked perfectly, and this actually looks really smooth. So I am impressed. Now I'm going to go in with a big fluffy brush and set the whole rest of my face. Alrighty, I am really liking how this foundation is looking. It is on the dewier side than I would normally go for, but true matte foundations make me nervous, which is why I got the Dewy Smooth one. So next I am going to go in with bronzer, and I have 3 different ones in front of me. I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, I have my ColourPop bronzer, and this is an RK Mineral Powder in a deeper shade. Because I am so self-tanned right now, I'm not sure which of these will match me best to be a bronzer and not a setting powder. So we're gonna see which one works out. Alright, now my Physicians Formula one is in light, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll this one out. And I think I'm just going to take a mix of the RK and ColourPop bronzers and see. Okay, that's gonna work. Fab! Nice and bronze. I am going to go ahead and dab a little bit of the excess on my under eyes, given that they are so incredibly bright right now. Next, I'm going to go in with a thinner brush and contour my nose. Alrighty, and I usually do take a little bit of bronzer and just put it right under my bottom lip just to add some dimension. Like that. Next, I'm going to go in with blush, and the blush that I have, and I actually am a big fan of this palette on a normal basis. It is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Paints Blush Palette in 230. I like this because you're able to really mix different shades together to get the ideal blush look you are looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this first shade with this shade right here. Nice and rosy, like I like it. Alrighty, now before I go in with highlighter, I'm going to go ahead and do my waterline. I am going to be using the Soph X Collaboration Palette, and I'm going to go in with this bottom bright shade right here and do my waterline. Alrighty, all done with that. I have been really into a pop of color on the lower lash line, so I am digging this. Next, for highlighter, I am going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Strobe Lightning Palette. There are 3 different shades in here. A little clear thingy just fell right out. And actually, these look, sorry, I'm going to cover the mirror. These look a little light for me right now. So instead, I'm going to go in with the Revolution Sun-Kissed bronzer in the shade, highlighter in the shade Sun-Kiss. I'm sorry, Skin Kiss. I'm doing great today, clearly. And I'm going to apply that to my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, and my Cupid's bow with my Real Techniques brush. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh, I likey. It's a little light for me right now, but I'm digging it. Look at that. Hello. I'm also going to go in and put this on my inner corner with a flat brush. I love a bright, sparkly inner corner. Next for lips, I'm going to be going in with the Makeup Revolution lipstick in Chauffeur. I love the rose gold packaging on this. And I'm going to apply that to my lips. Alrighty, and because I love a gloss on top, I'm going to go in with my Pixie lip gloss in Honey Sheen. I'm a huge fan of Pixie, and this gloss is incredible. Like, look what that does. Okay. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and pop my clips out. Ooh, fix my hair a little bit. Alrighty, you guys, that concludes today's video of a full face using drugstore makeup. I apologize for the under eye issue. I am definitely going to have to go and pick up a concealer shade that will work for me while I am this tan. But other than that, I'm digging the foundation, the highlighter, like, come on, that is bomb. Oh, I have lipstick on my teeth. Okay, and yeah, I'm really happy with how this look came out. Super dewy and bronzy and tan. But thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm thinking for my next video, I'm going to do a full face using high-end makeup. I have tons of faves in that department, so stay tuned. And again, thank you so much for watching. Bye!